Welcome to the video. We've got Joe Fazer. Some of you asked me, is Joe Fazer natty or not? First of all, I don't believe he's natty at the moment, but anyway, we'll get into that afterwards. Again, this is not a hate video, just sharing comments and criticisms, just here to help, and here to just share my opinion. Basically, let's click through. This is a really good video by Joe. He's just walking up to people asking natty or not. So really great video, done really well. So credit to Joe for making a good video. I'm going to pause the video and share my comments and criticisms.
Use my horrible fake tan. That'll be explained in the next video. And also my croaky voice. It was a hell.
So we can see that Joe's, he's a young guy. He's super into his appearance and is feeling self-conscious, which he doesn't need to be, but that's what you do when you're that young, and put a lot of emphasis on aesthetics. Very common. But definitely Joe is no longer natty, and we'll get to that afterwards. And hey, not many kids out there are natty, who look like that. Just that transformation. It's just what you got to do, man. If you want those results. We live in a society, especially on social media, people are judged by their appearances even more so.
Hell of a busy weekend, but we move. Anyway, in this video, before the person answers, I want you to guess whether they'll say they're natural or not. Let's do it.
Okay, firstly, can I get your name?
Yeah.
Straight away, guys, not natty.
Danny Mason.
Danny, nice to meet you. I'm Joe.
Right.
Okay, so we're going around the Arnold today.
Yeah.
I'm asking one question. Are you natural?
No.
You know what? I respect that you're honest about it. When did you start?
4 years ago.
And was there
I'd say he started well before 4 years ago, but hey, kudos to him to being natty, to just answer the question straight up. Not natty, so.
any reason to why you wanted to, just to get bigger?
I plateaued naturally, wanted to get bigger and go into competing, so.
I think that's the perfect approach to take. Yeah. Can you introduce your name?
Roger.
This guy definitely not natty, but also very much fake natty. Just his clothing, his appearance. It's generally the people a little bit rough around the edges who say, yeah, I'm not natty, I don't care, whatever. It's the people who are really into aesthetic, like Af Trent X or Greg Douchet or whatever, who say, oh no, I'm not natty now, but back in the past I was natty. Just the people who really care about their appearance generally deny being natty, or they do that retroactive not natty or half natty. I just use TRT. Just use a bit of TRT. It's like TRT doesn't transform your physique. 120 milligrams of test doesn't transform your physique. Unless you're maybe an anorexic guy who's like 55 kilos at 6 foot, then you go up to 65 kilo, but you won't look like you've been using. All right, so TRT does not transform your physique. People blast, man. Once you blast into 5 milligram a week, prescription grade, then you understand the truth. Until then, you'll constantly be living in like la la land.
We're going around the Arnold right now, and we're asking, are you natural?
Yes.
That fake natty smile. Yes, I'm natty. Yes, I'm natty. I'm a sociopath. I laugh straight to your face like that. Hey, a lot of people do.
100%.
Would you ever consider hopping on cycle? Has it ever crossed your mind?
Oh, no, never. Drugs are bad. I wouldn't do that. Drugs never work. Just train hard to get up at 4 a.m. and lift. Yeah, that's what you need to take, bro.
When I was younger, yeah, I did think about it. But as I started to learn more about it, I decided to opt out.
So
I can even show you now, someone was offering me drugs and I was like,
Don't offering me drugs, you know what I mean? Like, I've got huge arms because I've been smashing the D-bol and tests for years and years, but I would never do drugs, man. No. I'm into bodybuilding for health, not aesthetics.
dude, I don't use that stuff.
My name is Sanjay.
we're asking one question. It is, are you...
So here's an example. This guy here, obviously on gear, but just not really caring too much about his aesthetic, presentable. But he's just got his hat's not brand new, his t-shirt's been washed a few times, like his bag sort of, he's like, I don't care, like whatever, just take me as I am. These guys will give you more of an honest opinion, honest truth.
natural?
No. Yeah, I take this stuff because I'm competing. Everybody says that competing and I'm not taking anything, I'm natural, that bullshit.
So you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to hire a trainer, you want to hire this guy because he's being totally legit honest with you. It's just straight up, I'm not natty. You know what I mean? The other guy beforehand, Mr. Pristine looking, no man, no, it's just broccoli, rice, and a bit of chicken breast, man. You train hard, It's like, man, you want trainers who are freaking honest with you, and that's rare because most people don't want honesty. I've been a personal trainer since 1996, and people don't want honesty. I used to get reprimanded by my boss in the gym for being too honest with clients. She'd be like, Harley, I know you really want to help people, but you can't speak to them so honestly. Like, they want to just be bullshitted. And I was like, man, I left soon after. I was like, I appreciate my boss's honesty, but I couldn't be around these idiots at the gym who just want to be lied to and scammed. It did my head in, man.
Don't listen.
You know what, I completely respect that you're transparent and honest about
It
it.
is what it is, man. Why would I?
Joe, it's time for you to be transparent and honest about what you've taken for your transformation. We can see it. I can see it in your neck muscles. I can see it in the stretch marks in your pecs, Joe, that you've hopped on. And that's fine, but don't be another fake natty, bro. Don't be another fake natty. You don't have to detail what you take. Just say, no longer natty, and leave it at that.
Hire.
Thank you, mate. Thank you for being in there, and thank you for being honest. Firstly,
You be honest too, Joe.
can we get your guys' names, please?
Max,
PJ.
Maddox.
PJ, you're these guys' father, right? And back in the day, how much were you lifting?
I was lifting quite
BJ's still taking something.
a bit. 400 kilo plus squat, 285 plus bench press, 350 plus deadlift.
Back in the day, were you natural?
No, I was naturally good looking, but everything else wasn't natural.
So this brings me on to my next question of, these are your kids. If they came up to you and they said, hey dad, I want to start taking steroids,
I would advise my kids and everybody else never to touch steroids. You can compete and do well clean. Steroids.
You know what I mean? Like, no, you can't. You can against other clean people, but who's clean today? You know what I mean? It's more cutthroat. Gear's cheaper and easy to get. So it's this dad means well, means totally well, but you know, yeah, I know to say stay natty, but people aren't going.
Steroids is just like crack cocaine, like heroin. It's an addiction,
And that's why you never, once you're on, if your goal is strength and aesthetics, you never get off. You always stay on because that's your strength, that's your aesthetic, that's your identity, man. Women love more muscular men, and if you're really driven for that and enjoy that, you're always going to stay on. And same in the gay scene, you know, the gay guys who smash the most gear and are the most aesthetic, it's just part of the lifestyle. So that's where the addictive in the results you get, the aesthetic you get. It's like a girl with makeup. Like when a girl wears makeup or has a push-up bra and get more attention, if she wants attention, she'll maintain that behaviour. Same with the guy. If a guy wants to maintain that attention or position in power, maybe he's a bouncer or a security guard or whatever, Hollywood actor or social media person, you know, then they're just going to stay on forever.
it takes over your life. I was just angry all the time. It was just no one was safe around me.
As the day went on, I got a mix of answers. However, a lot more people than I expected were being completely open and honest about their use, which I thoroughly respected from them.
Are you natural?
No.
So look at these guys, you know, like I can tell straight away they're not natty, but the average person would not think that at all. But oh, really? You're not natural? But like, you know, the average person has no idea what steroids make you look like. I can guarantee, I can tell who's not natty. I can't tell you who's on gear, because you could take 5 milligrams of test a day or 5 milligrams of test a week as a man, and I couldn't tell if you're on gear. But I can definitely tell you when you're not natty, if that makes sense. You know, I can't tell a pigeon by the feather like that. If you show me that much feather, I can't say that's a pigeon or not. But if you show me the whole picture of the pigeon, you know, I can tell you if it's a pigeon or a seagull. So I can't tell you who's using gear, but I can definitely tell you who's definitely not natty. And Joe Fazer is definitely no longer natty.
Are you natural?
Very honest. No, we do use.
So look at this guy. You know what I mean? He's got a shirt on. It makes him a little bit smaller. But you look at him, you got, you know, he looks like Tren X or freaking what's that Hollywood guy, the Baywatch dude, the younger dude, Zac Efron. You know, he's like a Zac Efron. But again, Zac Efron hopped on the gas. But no, he didn't. Zac Efron's small. Not everyone who uses gear runs 3 grams a week. Not everyone who uses gear runs 7 grams a week of Tren. You know what I mean? Or of total compound. Some people out there using 7, 10, 15 grams of gear a week. The mass monster crew. You know, so, and it can take a long, long time to get up to those levels. So, not saying you should do that. I'm just saying this is the reality, the dosage that determines the weight and the duration of the dosage, and also the potency. If people are using legit stuff, prescription grade, which I recommend if you're going to use anything, use prescription grade from your doc. At least you know what you're getting. You know, so a lot of people using underdose stuff, and it's just, who knows what they're using? You know, who knows what you're getting in that stuff? It's like, I recommend keep a prescription grade. You know, keep it safe. Visit your local doctor for that. But yeah, people just are uneducated about the topic, and so the more people are educated about how steroids are so widely used, the more we can reduce the dangers of it and decrease the stigma and just more transparency. More transparency on this topic of steroids is always going to increase people's health and safety, and that should be paramount. All right, that's when you see kids out there like it's like driving cars. They haven't done any safe driving, or they don't understand the consequences, so they go out and just have a go because we don't really get educated on how to drive safely or be visible or what's sensible. We just like we watch Fast and the Furious and we're like, Let's rock and roll, bro.
Use enhancements.
Are you natural?
The sticky one. Technically,
This kid's definitely using a little bit of gear.
no.
And if you looked at him maybe 2 years ago, you go, oh yeah, wow, yeah, definitely has.
Are you natural?
No.
Claire?
Yeah, this guy here, you know, people go, oh, those results are possible naturally. I've got a friend who's a bricklayer and he looks like that. He's natty. Your bricklayer friend's using the gear and he's lying to your face. And that's okay, but because he's telling you bullshit, because you probably freak out if he told you the truth. You know, there's people out there in the comments, like, you love them on Clan X and stuff, and you know, Greg Doucet. Greg Doucet was natural in 2010, 2009. Yeah, you just train hard, guys, and listen to Rocky. It's like, but use a bit of Coach Greg pre-workout, you get your swole. These noobs out there, these 14-year-old noobs, you know. And hey, there's nothing wrong with them. Everyone's a noob at 14, you know, it's okay. But just don't pretend you know more than the last experienced crew.
Are you natural?
No, I just think there needs to be more openness around it, that, you know, it is part of our industry as bodybuilders.
Dana Lynn Bailey should take a note from this lady's book of transparency.
Most of us are dabbling in something, and that we need to talk about it more.
I'm walking around the Arnold today, and I'm asking the big
Both these guys, I can tell, are on gear.
guys.
You're asking him, yeah?
Yeah. Question is, are you natural?
Yeah, it's creatine all day, bro.
See, this is a good cheeky response. Taking the piss, you know, this is good.
That's quite a suspicious answer there.
Creatine every day, 5 grams a day, bro.
Yeah, it's good.
So you're natural?
Yeah.
Natural?
Sort of natty, sort of not. So I've been getting the COVID vaccine for the last couple of years.
These guys, man. Fuck these guys.
That's another thing. If you don't want to say I'm not natty, you can make a joke about it, like an obvious joke, like these guys just did.
Can we get your name? Ken.
They weren't natty. This guy's not natty. Again, you see, look at the appearance here. You know, you also see Joe. Joe got his hair perfectly messy, and his brand new stuff on here. He's, you know, looking all clean, little bracelet and stuff, all nice and manicured. And this guy here, perfect, man. Like, you look at every millimeter of this guy. He's just, you know, perfection of appearance and aesthetic there, just making every detail known, just everything perfectly fitted, and he would have tried on, you know, 10 different outfits and just got the perfect, you know, shoulder pec line there. Definitely not natty. Let's listen to his response.
So we're at the Arnold today, and we're asking everyone one question. You're a very jacked guy. Are you natural?
100%.
100% not natty.
Natural. Never taken anything at all. So
Protein shakes,
Just a bit of protein shake. Just protein shake, you know. Aftren X's protein shake. Yeah.
That's about it.
that's about it.
My name's Azad.
Are you natural?
No.
Yes, 100%.
You've taken nothing ever.
Nah, bullshit, bro.
Apart from protein shakes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, this guy here, again, not natty. Like, this is the goal, is to look more muscular. Like, at reasonable dosages, these compounds are very, very safe. They're safer than alcohol. They're definitely safer than alcohol, so why wouldn't kids use them? You know, I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying. You've got to use your logic. If something's safer than going out drinking with your mates, why wouldn't you use it if your goal is to enhance your muscular aesthetics? There is no reason why you wouldn't. Once you get educated on the topic, you're like, well, hang on, why didn't I do this sooner?
Firstly, can we get your name?
Tom.
So we're walking around the Arnold today. Are you natural?
Yes, I look it, don't I?
See, because again, he's insecure about, you know, he's thinking he's not big enough, but obviously he is. But I can just see he's hopped on. Probably just started a few cycles.
I look it.
And a lot of guys are very timid to really up the dose. They're worried about their hair, etc. You can see this guy again, perfectly manicured. He's got like a perfectly clean white singlet. His hair is like on point. It's just, you know, it's like messy but on pointly messy. Yeah, he's got looks like a spray on tan potentially. He's got his meal prep there. Looks like he's just eating rice, low fat. So, you know, I mean, all this effort and all this work. Definitely.
So yeah.
You're looking pretty wan, mate. I could understand if you said that you weren't.
No, I thought about it many times, but no.
It's Nick Whitehouse.
Not natty. This guy's taken, you know, bigger compounds.
Nice to meet you, Nick. We're here at the Arnold, and we're asking one question to everyone we meet. It is, are you natural?
No.
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 When did you first hop on?
When I was about 20, yeah. With some Dynabol.
And have you noticed any like negative side effects through taking it?
No, not really.
The guy behind me, the white shirt, also not Natty.
Honestly, no.
Apart
I
from
get my bloods done 3 times a year. Everything's always come back clean and everything like that. I have my proper breaks and everything.
so you do it safely.
Yeah, dude, safe, yeah.
Thank you for that. Really appreciate that, and I appreciate you being honest about it.
My name's Jimmy. So
Yep.
Not Natty.
You just came third in what?
I was competing at the Arnold Classic, came third in my class, which I did pretty well in all regards. So I was quite happy with the result.
So he's clearly a very, very jacked guy. And the question is, are you natural?
No. Like, it's a lot easier to be natural than it is to be assisted. And I know that sounds crazy to say. It's a controversy.
It's easier to be natty, but the side effects of being natty are not. The side effects of being natty are too much for some people who their goal is a muscular ascetic, overtly muscular ascetic.
That's your opinion, but it is a lot better for you to be natty because you have nothing to worry about. All you have to worry about is eating and training. I have to worry about like my estrogen levels, my testosterone levels, my heart. I get out of breath now when things that wouldn't have got me out of breath prior to, taking that step.
I'm intrigued to see what you guys think. Was everyone telling the truth in this video? Or
Joe wasn't. Actually, no one asked Joe. Joe, are you natty or not?
were some people lying?
Thanks for watching the video.
So yeah, that was a good one there. Joe, good, great video, great interview format, very simple video, went viral, 2 million views, fantastic. That's the deal. Natty or not, now you know what people look like who are on gear, who are being open about it. None of them are really huge, were they? Obviously they look very much not normal, but none of them were full-on mass monsters like most people think. Most people think like you look like Rich Piano, Okay, that's why it's so easy to lie to people and say, no, I'm natty, because most people have no idea. If people didn't know what a pigeon was, and you presented them a seagull and said this is a pigeon, they'd be like, oh, okay, I don't know what a pigeon looks like. This white bird with duck legs in it. I guess it's a pigeon. If you tell me, okay, I've got no idea. So yeah, they're very, very popular, very, very common, and that's just how it is. Joe, do a video, natty. Why I'm no longer natty. Talk about it. You'll help your audience a lot.